Hi, Ruben. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
How are you holding up? I know you've been doing a lot of press for the new album. That's the problem with having a hot new album is that everybody wants a piece of you.
I'm great. It's been amazing. I'm really excited talking to everybody and getting an opportunity to promote my new album, Unconditional Love.
Everyone knows the obscurity to superstar part of your story, having won American Idol. But you didn't really come from obscurity. You were a scholarship athlete at Alabama A&M, and in quite a large number of musical projects previous to even doing the whole American Idol thing. When did you realize your future was on the stage and not on a gridiron?
Well, I knew I wanted to be a professional singer, I guess, from about the age of 10. I did my very first talent show in middle school, and girls screamed for me. And
That's always the one. That's always the catch, right? The girls start screaming. That's what I want to do.
From then on, I knew that's what I wanted to be my job. And I've been singing since I was 3, but most people don't know that I had like a really bad stage fright issue before 6th grade. And I, met a teacher in the 6th grade who was my English teacher, but she introduced me to the classics, put me in my very first play. And I was in A Christmas Carol, I was Scrooge, and it kind of helped me develop into a performer. But that following summer, I performed at that talent show, and that's when I knew that this was going to be my life. And so I've been at it ever since.
At it ever since.
Yeah.
Awesome. The new album, Unconditional Love, just dropped. It was executive produced by David Foster.
That's correct.
Who's an unbelievable talent and 13-time Grammy winner, I believe.
Yeah.
What was it like working with him? 16?
Excuse me.
16, wow. I'm selling him short.
You don't want to get that wrong.
What was it like working with him?
It was an amazing experience working with David. I've been touring with him with his Foster and Friends show for the last, I'd say, 6 or 7 years. And maybe 6 years, yeah. And it's been like going to school. I really liking it to going to school because you get the opportunity to be around people that have shaped your musical taste since you were an adolescent. And so to have opportunity to learn from them and to glean from their experiences in the music industry has been wonderful. And because of him, I've been able to be on the road with Natalie Cole and Peter Cetera and Philip Bailey and all these people that I, grew up, kind of idolizing. And, he's a perfectionist, so he brings that into everything that he does, and he most definitely brings the best out of the people that he works with, and I am no different.
Awesome, awesome. You said that this album is the album that everyone expected of you when you won American Idol. Did you think the time was right to revisit that particular side of Ruben Studdard, or?
It most definitely is. I think that music most definitely imitates life, and I don't think I was in the right place to make this kind of album as a 23-year-old person that had never really been in love. Like being in lust and in love is a completely different.
Two different things.
And I didn't really have any real life experience to sing these songs from a place of meaning. And now that I have lived and have had love and lost love and been through some very hard situations and understand what it means to truly be in love, I can actually sing these songs from a place of truth. And I think people will really feel that when they listen to the album. It's not just me performing songs, but it's actually me pouring my heart out into a project that means a lot to me.
Unconditional Love is mostly covers with 2 originals. What went into selecting the songs that you covered?
I was actually on another show that I was on The Biggest Loser Ranch while I was selecting these songs. It was a different process because I couldn't really talk to David, so he and I wrote letters to each other while I was on the ranch, like discussing song titles and going over what would be the ultimate songs we would do. And I had a lot of time to listen to those songs and kind of get married to the ideas of singing certain numbers. And when I got done with the show, we got an opportunity to sit down at the piano and just figure out which ones would be best. And we picked a couple of different producers from and just went to work.
Cool. Again, congratulations. You lost 119 pounds when you were featured on The Biggest Loser.
Actually, I've lost 126 pounds.
But who's counting? But you're counting. Did that experience live up to what you thought it would be? That whole experience?
It was amazing. You know, I was very apprehensive in the beginning about being on The Biggest Loser because, you know, I'm a very private person, and when you go on a show like that, you have to be very transparent. There is no covering up your flaws. Like, people in America get to see you for who you really are. But on the flip side of that is that you actually get to see yourself for who you are. And what we find is that a lot of times people tend to put their job or their career or their family or other things ahead of themselves. And I was most definitely one of those people that, you know, put a lot of time and energy into perfecting a craft and staying in the industry, but I didn't put that energy into taking care of the body that has to do that job. And you know, now I most definitely give that time to myself every day to make sure that I'm able to stay around and do a job that I love.
Okay, you got to collaborate with Stevie Wonder, as well as many other great artists on the new album. What was it like the first time you met Stevie?
You know, the first time I met Stevie Wonder, I was actually in line in Los Angeles at after the Grammys, I think it was, and we were taping the video for Luther Vandross's song "Dance with My Father," and I heard somebody in my ear singing my song, and I turned around and it was Stevie Wonder.
Wow, that's awesome.
And, you know,
Life-altering experience.
Very life-altering experience, and to have the opportunity to meet him, and, you know, he owns a pretty popular radio station in Los Angeles that you know, has been supportive of my music, so I've had the opportunity to be around him. And my mentor, actually in high school and college, it does a lot of orchestrations for Stevie, so I've heard stories about him but never actually got an opportunity to meet him. And now that I've met him and become, I'd like to say, a friend of his, and had the opportunity to have him be on my project, it was amazing. You know, you get those moments when you as a child, you know, remember listening to a song of his or listening to a record of his in your room, and then you're actually in the room or having him perform on your record. It's just, you know,
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Well, thanks so much for sitting down with us. The new album, Unconditional Love, is out right now, just in time for Valentine's Day.
That is correct.
And you can pick it up on iTunes and favorite local record store. Thanks so much.